All of those things we mentioned.
For all of that, and we're going to talk about shaving. We'll continue to talk about it with these Dynamite numbers.
Yeah, how much did they shave off where they started this week?
Well, before we get to Dynamite, because it's an interesting story, and I think we need to address it here, this is the time. NXT. This past week, NXT, on the USA Network, this is according to WrestleNomics, 768,000 viewers.
Ew.
They have got a young roster. They've got a lot of people trying to get their way up. The Rock's daughter looks so awkward on this show. I don't know why they're wasting their time with that. But they've lately
you know why they're wasting their time with that.
Well, we all know why they're wasting their time with that. But they've introduced interesting elements recently. Jordan Grace, TNA Knockouts champion, I believe it is now appearing on the show making challenges. Ethan Page, someone who was on AEW TV. I thought he had some potential, and I also thought he was never used well, ever.
I agree with the second part of that.
He showed up and challenged Trick Williams for the championship, and that got people buzzing. And we talk about these AEW numbers and where they are, and we can't talk about playoff basketball. There's always something on TV, though. We've said they're catching up to NXT, but now we're seeing NXT's catching up to them. And they've got to show that people who are into NXT, and I'm not right now, but the people who are really buzzing about it, a lot more than people who are into AEW are buzzing about it.
And let me ask you this. Do we have the information? You say 768,000. Do we have the quarters is what I'm asking on NXT?
Yes, we do.
Where did they start and where did they finish? How much of their audience did they retain?
Oh, wow. I'm looking at these numbers now. A few, without going through everything, 8 to 8:15 p.m. And once again, this is from WrestleNomics. They opened at 786 with 289 in the key demo. And they opened the show with Ethan Page, Robert Stone, Ava Angle, recap. Jordan Grace versus Stevie Turner, and Roxanne Perez, and Trick Williams and Lash Legend Angle.
Roxanne
Perez. So that's where they opened. The low point in the show, 8:45 to 9 p.m., Tony D'Angelo versus Damon Kemp with picture-in-picture, 7:14, 268 in the key demo. And then from there, I'll give you the numbers, 9 to 9:15 p.m., 778 and 297, 9:15 to 9:30, 790, 307, 9:30, 9:45, 784, 314, and finally, and as an overrun, 778 with 321 in the key demo, 8-minute overrun, 807, 343 in the key demo.
Okay, well, taking the overrun out, they ended up with 8,000 people less, but 32,000 more in the key demo at the end of the show than the beginning. And they never dropped below 700,000 in any of these quarters.
And again, the first 4 quarters, it goes down, 786, 767, 731, 714, and then at 9 o'clock it picks up, and it rises, and then it stays pretty steady the rest of the show. And we don't see that from AEW. But
they're an incredible pocket there where at the most they lost, less than 10% of the goddamn audience. And ended up losing, is that even 1%? I can't do math that minute. But that's better than any other wrestling show that we have heard about.
And again, they have a show with Buzz. They have an event coming up where these outsiders are going to be having their matches. And that's 768.